Hey, good morning, Dan. I figure I'll make one more video, but I'll give you a different backdrop this time. There we go. Something else to look at other than just the building. Talk about swimming for a little bit. I've not actually been doing much. Part of it is because I've been so busy. I mean, I was swimming, 30,000 yards a week, and now I'm down to probably 15,000 if I'm lucky. Probably more like 10. I've still been lifting 3 times a week. I'm happy about that. But I've just been so busy at work that I haven't had a chance to squeeze it in. So I've been swimming 2,000 yards, 3,000 yards here and there. So actually what I find though is I feel so much better. And I think this was a much needed break because I was swimming so much and lifting regularly enough that I was just wearing myself out, and I was worn out, and I was just tired all the time. I wasn't looking forward to it. I did get the monofin, which I told you about, I think. And so I'm actually happier about the swimming. I'm enjoying it more. We're actually going out for an open water tomorrow morning at 7:30. I'm going to try to swim without a wetsuit. We'll see what the water temp was. Last Sunday morning, the water temperature was 73, I think, and that was fine. It really was fine. But I think it's going to be probably 65, 68. It's been cold here this week. We had a low 2 nights where the lows were 35, 36 degrees. That's freaking freezing. I had to turn the heat on, man. And the highs have only been in the mid-50s, so it's been a bit chilly. The highs are going to be in the 60s today and tomorrow. We might get some rain, and that will definitely make the water cooler. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to swimming tomorrow, and maybe I'll bring that that monofin out and play with it a little bit. But I think I told you I torn my toes up. I'm still waiting for my toes to heal, so I might just wear some socks or something on my feet to keep them from getting rubbed raw. So, but maybe next week with the schedule loosening up a bit, I can get back in the pool. And I would like to, I think if I could swim 20,000 yards a week, like 5 times at 4,000 yards, I'd be pretty happy with that. I think that would be sufficient for what I'm doing. I've also started experimenting with open turns versus flip turns. Flip turns obviously are just the tuck your head, you tumble, you push off the wall, and you go again. One issue with flip turns, and especially, I don't know if you remember that comment by Tom when I was swimming the 500 up at the University of Minnesota last spring, was he was talking about me being in oxygen deprivation. I just don't have the oxygen and the breath control to do that, to do the flip turns and to swim as hard as I was swimming then. And when you get into oxygen deprivation, it feels terrible. You don't want to do it. You don't want to be there. You certainly don't want to do it again. So I've been experimenting with open turns, which is essentially you touch the wall, and then you bring your legs around and push off. You can still push off slightly, on your side or even almost breast up, but it allows you that extra breath. And it really, flip turns weren't done as a standard practice until the late 60s. And when you think about every breaststroker and butterflyer, even today, part of those strokes are you have to two-hand touch and then turn, and those are all open turns. So, and they're still swimming fast. So I think I'm gonna abandon the whole flip turn thing when I'm swimming 200s and 500s in competition. Just swim open turns and call it good. I think I'll enjoy it more. And if people think I look like an idiot, to hell with them. I don't have to prove anything to anybody else other than to myself. So, I think Nikki will be really happy about this because she was really struggling with flip turns for long, and probably still is. And I'm going to tell her to screw it and just do open turns. So, anyway, I think I'll cut this. I will stop this video. And I'm going to go start taking that ping pong table apart so I can get that transported. and then gear myself up emotionally for the mea culpas with the neighbors. So, from Winona, I'm again still dead.